Does being a top 10 builder in the nation mean that they're the top builder for you? Or is working with them going to take a toll on your health? See what I did there? Today we're going to talk about Toll Brothers here in DFW. Should you build with them? Should you look for another builder? What you need to know. Let's get into it. Here we go. So since 1960, I think it's 1967, Toll Brothers has been building, and they build all across the nation in several different markets, and they have either self-proclaimed or been given America's preferred home builder, or excuse me, not America's most preferred home builder, America's most trusted home builder. Make sure I get that right, because there's a difference. So for the sake of this video today, we're going to specifically focus in as best as we can on the DFW marketplace and what they look like in the DFW area, because that's where I serve as a realtor. I sell a ton of new construction. That's what I love to do. Love talking about new construction, love talking about builders. But ultimately, what pays my bills and what helps me is me helping you find that new home. So I always like to tell people my contact information is right down here. If you need help in a new construction transaction, you need a realtor to represent you, I would love to do that for you. I can't do anything if you don't reach out. So get the contact information. We'll work together and we will find you your dream home. So back to Toll Brothers. According to builderonline.com, in terms of volume, so we talked about top 10, Toll Brothers sits 10th on the list coming into 2023. In 2022, they had 10,515 closings, which was up from them for 2021, and 7,722 of those were detached homes that they sold. So 10,000 puts them in the top 10 in terms of volume closed. So what does that mean? Should we look at them? Should we consider buying with the Toll Brothers? I don't know. Let's take a look. Kind of said, like, so you can kind of see their graph, where they're at and how many they've sold. So let's go to their actual website for DFW. So here's what I will say for DFW. If you're looking at Toll Brothers, a lot of what you're looking at is going to be dependent on location. For the most part, well, not for the most part, based on the map, Toll Brothers is almost exclusively on the northern side of the Metroplex. They have one community out on the west side of Fort Worth, but every other community that they're in here in DFW is going to be the northern side of the Metroplex. So Justin, North Lake, Denton, Prosper, Frisco, Salina, all of those places is where Toll Brothers is going to be. So if you're looking more to the east side, Forney, Rockwall, Mesquite, or down south, Midlothian, Waxahachie, you're not going to find Toll Brothers as of right now. Not to say that they won't eventually expand into that area, but as of right now, you're not going to find them. I don't know in other markets what their price point looks like or what they're doing there, but I will tell you here in DFW, majority of what you find when you talk about Toll Brothers is going to be their higher end luxury line. So we're not finding if they have a lower price point, that is not the product that they're building here in DFW. So I can't speak for that product because again, I am in DFW. So that's what I can kind of speak for. But if we're looking at this list, we have 16 home communities. And again, you can very quickly see that the price jumps really, really quick. So we've got lowest end, we're starting in North Lake at Harvest at $469. That is base pricing. That is before any upgrades, designs. And so starting at $469, coming all the way down to some of these other communities that they're in. So like Frisco at Lexington, so Town Lake and Flower Mound. So starting price is $2.2 million. So they've got quick move-in homes there. They're in Fields. They're in Williams Ranch, Star Trail, Meadow West, Windsor Spring, Lakeside, all of these great communities. Brook Hollow in Prosper, phenomenal community there. Light Farms, Parkview, you name it. So again, if you're looking at the northern side of the Metroplex, so you're thinking Frisco, Salina, Prosper, Little Elm, Denton area, Toll Brothers would be one that I would say probably to consider. Like I said, here in DFW, it's majority of their luxury line. And I have, in all of their homes that I've walked, you always see very, very beautiful designed homes. Again, at that price point, you should expect a beautifully designed home with their process. One of my, as I review builders, one of the things I like to talk about is their website. One of the things I do wish Toll Brothers was more transparent on is current incentives and pricing. So they've got this like, hey, discover a limited time sales event on select homes. You click to get started, and it's kind of hidden behind a, hey, we want your name and information. Totally get why they do that. I just wish we could see it on the screen. A lot of times you don't find a ton of, quote unquote, sales and incentives the higher the price point that we go. Not to say that there's not any there, but just know that you're not like really those sweet spots for where builders do a lot of like sales is like 300 to like 700. Anything above that is kind of the price is what the price is, because it's a different market, right? So let's just take a look at some of their homes that they have. We'll do quick move-ins. Okay, I don't know what's going on their website. I can't sort the list, so we'll just kind of take a look. We'll scroll down and we'll pick one and we'll go from there. So we've got 2.3 million, 2.2 million, 1 million. Let's start with the 2 million. So a Sandhaven transitional. Ooh, Town Lake and Flower Mound. So this home is 5 bedrooms, 5 bath. It is 6,269 square feet with 1/2 bath. It's a 3-car garage and 2 stories. Not a bad floor plan. You've got the 2-story foyer with the beautiful prom style, take your prom photo stairwells, a 2-story great room, beautiful kitchen, primary bedroom down, and then upstairs, media room, game room, additional bedroom. Looks like every bedroom has its own bathroom and ensuite, which again, for $2 million, you should get. Let's see if we can find something that's not $1 million from Toll Brothers. So we got to scroll. 1.3. I said not $1 million. I found it. 950 is definitely not $1 million. So this is Denton County. So Hockley Mediterranean. Kind of see the 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,785 on the square footage. We'll do the same thing. Kind of take a look at the design and some of the changes that were made there. Get the multi-stack door. We added the media room, changed out the primary shower, and again, $949 in Denton. So if you're going to buy Toll Brothers, just know that you're going to spend some money. But in terms of quality and design, materials, labor, all of those things, at least here in the DFW market, for the most part, I think you're finding really good quality. So if you're in that higher price point and you're not going full custom and like you're still wanting to be in a neighborhood, I think Toll Brothers is one of those ones that is probably worth considering, worth taking some time and investing your money and resources into, just saying, hey, tell me if this works or if it is a fit, especially if you're looking on the north side of the Metroplex. Now, when we do these, I always like to tell you, hey, none of these videos are sponsored by builders. I'm not paid to do this. I only get paid when I close one of their homes. And I only close one of those homes when we work together to make it happen. I also want to tell you, we're going to look at some reviews here in a minute. Any builder you look at, I don't care who they are, you're probably always going to find positives and negatives on both sides. So take them, grain of salt, shot of tequila, and just take it for what it's worth. Let's do our homework. Let's ask questions. And again, especially when you get into looking at these national builders, you're probably going to find some negative things online. It's always important to know, hey, what happens? It's not if something goes wrong, it's when something goes wrong. And what are those builders doing to remedy that? That's why it's so important to make sure you understand what you're getting into before you sign on that dotted line. So let's go take a look online and see some of their reviews. So I sorted mine by most recent because I think it's important to look at recents. And this is actually a DFW review. So it says, I built several homes in DFW. Like many said, made the regrettable choice of choosing TB. Ooh. Numerous occasions, we had a displeasing interaction with this sales manager, division president. We requested several meetings. When it came time for closing, appraisal came in almost $200,000 under value. I looked to negotiate because I was going underwater. They said, don't worry, the market will come back in a few years. Profit's the only thing that matters. Now I've been in the home over a month and still have contractors here. Due to questionable workmanship, I would not recommend. Well, that counteracts everything I said. So that's Jason's feelings in Louisville. Let's keep going. That's like I said, DFW. Amenities are good. This was in Puerto Rico. Promise you a lot and fight tooth and nail. Florida. I got a welcome email. We were delayed. Production manager. We were delayed. I'm spending $2 million. This baffles me. My parents built this house with them. and there was not a water valve included in the laundry room. Contractor showed up to do the work afterwards. She asked him 3 times. Contractor was messy. Avoid them. Not worth your money. This was in Allen. Cheap vendors. Okay, I got to pause really quick. Not honestly what I expected to read, but again, a lot of times what you read online is people that are the most frustrated. What you have to understand is every builder has issues with trades right now. You know, not every builder can find the best, most perfect bricklayer and the electrician and plumber and framer, and there's so many people that touch your home. I'm not saying don't put stock in this. I'm just saying know that there's a ton that goes into it. So, like I said, Toll Brothers, at least here in DFW, I know I read a couple that were not good, but when you talk to people around DFW, Toll Brothers kind of has a reputation of being a good quality builder. So as always, just please ask your questions, do your homework, and make sure you understand what's going through that process. I would also say, I don't care who built the home, unless it was Jesus himself, you get that home inspected. I don't care. It's worth the money. It's worth the peace of mind. Get the home inspected. If you're building from the ground up, pay an inspector to do a multi-phase inspection. Inspect it at the foundation, inspect it at pre-drywall, inspect it post-closing, inspected it after you lived in it for 9 months. Spend the money, get the home inspection. Again, $300,000 or $3 million, I don't care. Get your home inspected. I will soapbox that until the day that Jesus calls me home. Get your home inspected, please. So it's to be understood, a larger builder, again, number 10 in the nation, they're going to close 10,000 or more homes in a year. Not saying don't look at them. I'm just saying from my experience, everything I've seen from them has been quality. But so much of that comes down to sales counselor, builder. There's so many pieces that go into that. Also, having a realtor in there that knows what the heck they're doing when it comes to asking these questions and making sure inspections get done and making sure stuff gets followed up with and paperwork gets done. That's the benefit. So if you're considering Toll Brothers, you're considering moving to DFW, I'd love to help you any way I can. If I just turned you off of Toll Brothers and you're just like, nope, not doing it, and you don't know where to go, happy to help. Contact information, as always, down at the bottom of this video. We just want to provide value and insight where I can. Again, when you look at these builders, there's so much that goes on. And I don't know everything that's going on. I've just trying to provide information as it comes available. So here to help any way I can when it comes to buying real estate, selling real estate, building in DFW. Happy to help. If you want to browse homes or you want to book time on my calendar, you can do that down in the description below. If you want to continue to learn about new construction here in DFW, I've got content every single week. Subscribe to our channel, continue to learn, and continue to grow with us. I'm happy to help any way I can. Thanks for learning. Thanks for watching. Thanks for asking questions. If you have questions, always down in the comments. Here to help where I can. See you in our next video. Bye for now.